Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get nice and close here. Hello, and welcome to 2XKO 2v2's Top 16. My name is Hamlet, and I'm joined once again by the man, the myth, the legend, and another fellow homie. Nitin, how we doing?
It is an honor and a privilege to be here alongside you, seeing who's going to be making it to the top 8 of this duo bracket. Again, this is going to be the first Impact event, gotta say first twice there, that will have the prize pool dedicated to the duo bracket. So $5,000 on the line for these gamers, and we're hopping right on into it. Diaphone K7 fresh off their win in the mixed bracket as a duo, claiming that duo bounty as well. And now let's see what they can do here.
You're right, we're gonna do just a button check and figure out things, get them squared away. I think we saw these guys play, we saw Kyrie and Rodriguez play earlier yesterday morning.
Yep.
I think they were the first match on, and I think they've found their way deep into this top 16, really working hard, and now you got to go up against the Titans that just won the mixed bracket.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's got to feel like an uphill battle. I was actually talking to these two gamers yesterday. They just pulled up to a setup when I was watching some matches, and they made it out up here all the way from Iowa, so they made the trek out on that front, which is very cool. And apparently Rodriguez, so the gamer on the far left of your screen over there, was saying that he was former challenger. He's been on the work grind, so hasn't had as much time to play online, but is feeling pretty confident this weekend with him as duo to potentially make a deep run here. So we'll see what they got cooking up. He's feeling pretty good about it.
I mean, hey, being in that former top 100 spot, hitting that challenger mark is no easy feat in this game. I mean, with how much crazy shenanigans happen, with all of the nuanced situations that happen in between each game, in between each round, to be completely honest, makes this game such a variable at every moment. But here we go. We're going to start right off. Diaphone, K7, and Rodriguez and Kyrie.
Exactly right. You see that Teemo assist already coming through, getting a nice little interrupt, and the instant overhead is going to come through right afterwards and get a nice little opening here. You see Dart bad progress already almost halfway through, going to force the burst. It's a fantastic start for Diaphone K7.
Right now with this Echo, going to just throw out these time winders and deal with all these shenanigans. Yasuo for K7 does get hit in a little bit of a scramble, comes out on top for the Echo.
Yeah, that Jinx assist is so valuable. You get that hit, and then just being able to launch immediately after, and you get the benefit of this game. If you use a launcher, it doesn't matter how high up they go, your character's always going to fully go up to catch up with that height. So good conversion in that straight hit now, and now they're already switching things around with this pressure, getting K7 rather very low and forcing the break on that front.
You're right. One thing I'm kind of noticing right out of the gate here, Nitin, is that both players and both teams are really kind of slowing down that pace. It wasn't as fast-paced as it was Saturday morning.
Right.
Things have really slowed down, kind of finding their timings, finding their rhythm. That's one thing about fighting games, is having that timing and having a rhythm. And this Teemo from Diaphone is just unstoppable right into the super, and that's going to take down the Jinx right away.
Yeah, and I think he actually opted, because he could have gone for a meterless route there, gone for tag launcher into the kill, but I think he actually wanted to create the space full screen, because use that Teemo super, it locks in whatever direction you're going after the kill, and you'll just continue to go that way. So he's just on full screen on incoming, and now he's in a great spot here. One badge already popped on deck. Probably the least valuable of the bit, but if you do get a nice dart loop route, it does a ton of extra damage getting that dot on top.
Holy mercy, using the double down fuse really, really well there from Diaphone and K7. Swapping off, the Yasuo does have 3 bar to work with for K7. Using it again here, gonna just lock him down, sandwich pressure. Looking for an opening, does find it. Fury Break is available, and he's just gonna go for it, clean it up, end it up, take round. That's just round number 1.
Yep, round number 1, long road to go here. And again, this is a top 16 winner here is gonna secure a spot in that top 8 side of things. We'll see them later on today competing for that massive prize pool. And as much as it can be a rough start to drop around to K7 Diaphone, it was pretty back and forth. I wouldn't call that a stomp. So if you're Rodriguez and Kyrie, you got to feel pretty decent about your chances here. You just got to stay composed. A huge air throw to catch that out in neutral. And no pickup afterwards, but still huge to get it.
I mean, it's great. What a cross up there for Diaphone. Cleans him up, sets up the fire. Big Shroom as well, just quickly adding more onto that badge. But hold on, though. This Echo is on top of it right now.
Now, if Riot doesn't give us a pizza cook Teemo skin at some point where he literally gets a pizza cutter for the pizza cutter move, I don't know what I'm going to do, Riot. You just got to do it. That's free money on the table.
It is free money. I do like it, but we do have the Omega Squad Teemo. It's probably one of my favorite skins in the game. And honestly, my favorite skin to use while on Summoner's Rift for him as well. And oh my, Lanta, come on now, K7. You are the show-off after all. What a combo.
Yeah, K7 showing off the mastery of those back shots. That's the most we've seen all weekend in one combo. That's a good 4-piece right there, and getting a ton of damage on deck for it. So valuable. Overhead does come through. Special cancelable, so gonna actually have to force the break out of Diphone K7 here, and it actually sets them up perfectly for the super tag, but when you're parrying right after, it's just so back and forth. Huge stuff from Kyrie Rodriguez. Unfortunately, gonna get clipped by the Hasagi. Game 1 going the way of Diphone K7, but man, it was quite back and forth, a bit scrambly there.
A little scrambly, and you know, just how I like my eggs, especially scrambled. That is 1-0 right away starting off the game, and hopefully we see a little bit more momentum and a little bit more of what's the word I'm thinking of, more adaptation from Rodriguez and Kyrie up against this Yasuo team, because we see there's a little bit of flow charges happening from the side of Diphone and K7. But I mean, that's the thing, and it comes with playing up against these guys. You know, they'll have those plays, they'll have those set like actions, and if you're able to overcome those hills and overcome those mountains, you can really deal some good damage.
Yeah, exactly. Having that flow chart is very valuable because there's a reason it is a flow chart, right? It works very well, and if you don't have the answer at every step of the way, you're going to deal with situations like this. A huge happy birthday opening up from K7, and unfortunately for Rodriguez and Kyrie, they're going up against one of the most damaging characters in the game for happy birthdays. It's very consistent at picking them up. Double down combo is going to come through as well. Kill the assist character and nearly able to get the Jinx as well. She does flip out, so there is a breath of life in this round, but man, is it an uphill battle.
Oh man, an absolute dominance there from K7, getting that happy birthday, eliminating the Echo, getting him out of there, and holy mercy, sometimes you just get a good round.
Exactly right. And at the end there, you saw that slingshot hit post round. If he doesn't already have the badge, that will contribute to his badge progress. So at home, if you play Teemo, or if you play with a duo who plays Teemo, is just on your team at all, do not use custom finishers. Those delete the character on KO, right, so that slingshot will whiff. That is a pay-to-lose option if you're playing Teemo.
Pay to lose and set up, big mushroom down. It is going to OTG for more damage. And limit strike, get extra meter as well, closer to the Shroom badge. Bring out this Echo. Great overhead though. Isn't going to make it out though. Damn! Okay, guys. Damn. Slobber knocker.
That was unfortunate. I think he actually would have been able to pick up at the slingshot. Didn't connect on the ground. It forced that early get up. And now the double parry into the projectile invuln super. K7 is so ready for it. Don't try him.
Dude, he is so ready for it. He goes for the overhead. No, but they are going to break away. I don't want to deal with any more of that. We want to be able to hold this life lead now. Both a little bit more stacking up on meter and more shenanigans on screen for the Teemo.
Yeah, just fill the screen. You might as well. You got the life lead. You got badges to progress. You already popped the break, so you're just trying to buy time. If you even lose this round, you should have another break meter by the end of it.
Buy time for my time. There's the break from Rodriguez and Kyrie, waiting for it. Damn! Taking down the Echo again with the Teemo Super.
Yeah, and already on set point. That's just the nature of the beast with this game. Some of these sets can take a hot minute, and some can be over in the blink of an eye. You see Diphone and K7 wrap it up here. Well, almost wrap it up. There was a pixel left after the reset, but Hasagi is going to take it. GG's to all these gamers, fist bumping, and smiles all around. Everyone's having a good time, which has been the trend of the weekend. It's just been a sick event, top to bottom.
Right, I mean, playing 2v2s, like we were talking a little bit before the broadcast, right?
Yep.
Is having those moments with your friends, and whether you're playing in a tournament, whether you're playing online, or you invite them over to your house. Like, I got buddies of mine that I play 2xKO with, and they come over to my apartment, and we're all playing games together.
That's it.
And then we all get together, we bring our PCs, we're having our own, like, LAN party, just like we did when we were in high school or playing League.
Yeah, shout out to the old days of League, Halo 3, all those setups back in the day, having sleepovers with the boys and running some matches. So it definitely brings back that energy. And again, if you're not coming out to these events like Midwest Mixfest or your locals, then you're going to miss out on some of that action. So definitely want to go through, meet some cool gamers. I highly recommend it. I know I personally jumped into the FGC way too late, and I regret it. So if you've been thinking about it, just make the jump in for sure. It's a great time.
No, it really is. I mean, when I made my first start back in 2015, I felt like I joined a little too late. But, you know, after being in the scene for a little while and, you know, enjoying these matches and seeing not only as the FGC grows, as more games come out, I was hoping for a game like 2xKO for a really, really long time. I remember way back in 2014, me and my buddies were talking like, dude, what if League of Legends had a fighting game?
Right?
Dude, that would be so cool.
There was that fan-made one, too, that I think it was League of Fighters or something, right?
Yeah.
And it was, like, very low budget, but it was, like, a very cool proof of concept, right? And it's a shout-out to Riot for recognizing the opening there by grabbing Radiant after they created Rising Thunder, and we're on that path. I mean, they just knew who to grab, and now they have an all-star lineup. I mean, if you don't know the devs on this this team, it's literally some of the greatest minds in the FGC's history. You got Combo Fiend, you got Marlin Pie, you got Unconquerable, you got Clockwork. That's one that was slipping my mind. Even Yohozi, Nerd Josh has just been around for a hot minute. So tons of very smart gamers that have been around for a hot minute. And I know that's something people in the FGC have wanted for a really long time, is to know that the people making the game love the game and love the genre, right? So there's a lot of little bits of things that need to be implemented into fighting games, and the only way you're going to really master those is if you have experience playing them and running tournaments and whatever it may be. So you're already seeing that come through. I mean, the fact that they're throwing $5,000 at 22 different tournaments over a few months span before we are at Season 1 and before we are on console yet, it just shows the confidence they have in this game, and everything is leading up to Frosty Faustings to kick off a sick 2026. $50,000 in that prize pool. I'm sure we'll be seeing Diaphone and K7 in that. Some of the gamers from this event will surely be making the trek, with it being in the Midwest as well. There's just so much more to look forward to this game. It's just getting started.
Right, and just with that being said, I mean, there's so much more to like think about like how many champions we could potentially be having, you know, throughout this game's lifespan. Think of, you know, maybe they add a secondary fuse in Season 1. Who knows? Just to kind of throw a wrench in the mix, make it more crazy, make things so wild. But I see a Braum on screen.
There we go.
And I'll tell you what, I'm ready to see some Frozen Freljord action.
I'm very curious if this is a team we saw yesterday. I don't see a ton of Ari Braums out there, and we did catch one in yesterday's duo play action. So I would imagine this is the same team, but hey, you know, there's only 11 characters as possible. There's someone else rocking it. Either way, it's nice to see some representation from across the roster. Even having Darius on the other team. Didn't see a ton of that earlier today, and now able to kind of represent what he's able to do.
Right, TNT. I believe this is TJ and the team that we saw yesterday
morning.
morning.
That makes sense.
But no, we got the Vandal City Bombers. I saw Smokey Bear up there, and I really like this team of Darius Timo, because Darius, just a natural style, you know, beat 'em up style, like big man, right?
Yep.
He's got great range, great buttons, and you know, pair him up with Timo, he's almost unstoppable.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of room for optimization with this team. You have the bleed passive that you can get a lot of extra chip, and if you have a mushroom badge on top of that, imagine the block pressure strings while you're taking dot on top of the chip. That might be something really devious that people need to figure out. So there's plenty of room for people to hit the lab in this game. And of course, you saw that 3H coming out from that Darius. There is a strong OS with that, if you guys aren't aware. You can confirm afterwards, and it only cancels on hit. So even if it's on block, you will not get the special follow-up after. So you'll see a lot of fishing for that, and you'll see a lot of this headless super, I'm sure, throughout this set.
Right away, and off we go with it to get a good start with the Timo and the Darius. I mean, TNT kind of holding themselves down on their own, but this Darius put in a lot of mileage. But now Timo kind of getting, you know, it's a mage versus a top laner. Sometimes it doesn't really work out in your favor.
Yeah, definitely. So I would not want to see an Ari roaming up on me if I'm playing Timo. That's a spooky situation. But either way, it is a Timo off the table and getting interrupted on the jump in. Fuck it, let them all run. Why not? Just drop that damage in. It's snack time. And let's see the fluff of Poros. Shout out to Legends of Runeterra. Obviously, a lot of references to that game, especially in Braum's kit. You got the Mighty Poro also on his command grab. So a lot of stuff to appreciate there with them carrying over.
Right, I mean, there's just so many Easter eggs and so many different, you know, love letters to all of the Riot IPs in this game. And holy mercy, what a crazy conversion there off the right away round start. Darius, though, stuck. Now you got to go up against Braum. Speaking of the devil, there's the Mighty Poro.
Look at him go, getting that unbreakable buff on deck for Braum as well. It's already going to be off the table. You do lose that when you get knocked onto the ground, so that's going to be a big change of events here for the Vandal City Bombers. And unfortunately, to get interrupted with the Poro throw, what would have been a clean hit, but still resets right afterwards. Bleed back on deck for Ari.
It's good. The 2x assist going to make his way through Ari. A little bit of that aerial mobility, we talked about it, but it's the counter hit situation. If you do get a counter hit while they are airborne, they are going to fall ever so daintily to the ground. Yep. So you can get that easy confirm. And that's, honestly, I really like that they did that in this game. Made things easier, made things a little bit more recognizable for even just new players to kind of see, hey, oh, I got a counter hit in the air. I'm able to make my decision relatively quickly.
Exactly right. Yeah, it's a nice touch for sure. Makes things very clear and readable too for the viewer. So we definitely appreciate all those little touches. They go a long way. As we see the super tag come through, I would not say this is a team you would expect to maximize that super tag, because normally you want to be able to generate some solo mix while they're being locked down, but Darius not really prone to being able to do that, but still able to find that stray hit and get a nice little opening here. Those air normals are paying off big time right now.
They really are. Now the Braum versus the Darius. Oh, baby.
Does that interrupt? It does, yes. It's very few level ones, rather. I think there's just maybe one right now in the game that's actually fully invincible. So if you're early enough into the Super Flash with your attack, you can often interrupt them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you gotta respect that Unbreakable. That is infinite armor while he's swinging, so you really gotta respect it. Darius, Darius did fall out. He was the assist character, so didn't end up dying there, able to regen some health. Meanwhile, Teemo, watching his health bar melt away here.
Melt away, but with that, he is getting beaten by the frozen door. Oh no, the forward heavies is gonna fall out. Now stuck in all of this corner pressure, and dare I say, health.
Yeah, and you got to see one of the duo mechanics there. So duo does have access to some things that solos do not, and because Braum can follow up his H with another H, it's like a mini target combo, you can still do that while you are tagged out. So frees up the point character to use that H button at their own timing, while the duo character is using the H back there. So a lot of stuff to be optimized for duos here. I definitely recommend you guys check it out if you get a chance.
Duo's level 3, it is gonna go through and swing, and it's a home run, but the Darius does fall instead.
How did that I don't understand how that just happened. Ari's fully invuln on her level 3, and she just got smacked out of it.
She got slapped out of it.
Okay. Either hidden tech or new bug found. Either way, that's going to be a huge situation for Vandal City Band Bombers. Unfortunately, the Braum is going to come through with the air grab. Fury was on deck, but not going to be enough.
Oh, man alive. The crowd getting hyped, crowd getting wild with it, getting ready for it. Game number 2. What do you think the Vandal City Bombers got to do to fight their way through TNT?
I don't know, man. It's going to take a lot of patience here, finding those opportunities to get through the Braum shield, which really you can only do with a super or a throw. So if they can find a way to do that, that could take them a long way. But to be honest, TNT hasn't really been abusing the Braum shield. Normally, that's like the main go-to for them. It's really just been a lot of getting that armor early on and just trying to keep swinging.
You're right. And now,
oh my gosh. You got to believe in the dream.
Have that dream, but no, but now you're stuck with the hemorrhage, and you have to wait for all of that chip damage. No way. Oh,
yeah.
So ready for the conversion there.
No counter hit, so not able to get that nice tumble you were talking about. And now Teemo's just going to chip away with those darts. Bleed is still on deck for Ari until she's able to get a hit onto an opponent. And that is going to remain, even though she's tagged out. Keep an eye out next time she's in. That will remain in place.
You're right. The Unbreakable, though, for this Braum. Big man's got a big door, and he's got these openings onto the Darius. Breaks away. Ow!
That is just onto the Darius, so Teemo should be able to block it. And if you do parry that super, all you have to do is parry it once and the whole thing goes away. So it didn't opt to go for that, and now has to deal with all this pressure afterwards, and now Teemo's going to be off the map.
Teemo done and taken care of. Great conversion. Oh, trying to bait the break.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely taking full advantage of these huge normals, and great awareness that Ari could get hit out of that. But unfortunately, if the Braum doesn't, you're going to be punishable. So tried to get the assist character out and successfully did so, but you got to consider everything on the table here. The mental stack is insane for this game.
It is. Tag into the Darius.
Oh, nice interrupt. That was so risky and huge. This happy birthday comes right out of it. Headless applied to both, so bleed is going to be on deck. Lots of chips to be had. Ari's going to be desperate to find an opening here to get that debuff off.
Doesn't want to deal with it. Draw finds an interrupt there using the low light. Now you're stuck between this Darius and an interesting trade between the both of them, though. But now these big normals from Darius to stand medium is just such a scary button.
Where did Ari come from? She just summoned from the back of Braum there, but either way, gonna get a nice hit on both as well. No confirm afterwards, but not gonna matter. The next hit does it, leading into Headless. Feeling like you're in a great spot if you're the Vandal City Bombers to take this round.
An interesting situation now, stuck in the corner, gonna go for the orb, and a little bit of creativity here for this Ari. Maybe go for Limit Strike. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, the classic setup in the corner here. You got to deal with that medium Oki. It can be a lot to deal with. Slowly chipping away. Just trying to find a way to get that straight hit. But the Teemo Dart assist is going to come through and connect. And we're canceling a little early, so a bit of a mistake here from the Teemo player on Vandal City Bombers. And that could come back to bite them. You're giving Ari another chance at life. Fury is on the table. I doubt she pops it unless she kills one of these characters first, but we'll have to see what approach they take.
You're right. That's one of those 2v2 like mistakes that we talked about earlier, right? There could be a moment of a little bit of miscommunication, but it does work out on the side of Vandal City Bombers. Now, final round, game 2. It is TNT's set point versus stay alive point.
Yeah, got the air throw right away, and both teams were kind of fighting with the opposite assist character. And the 2H is going to connect right before Ari lands. That was huge and going to force the breakout.
breakout. And I do like the use of the double down. It is going to work, but this Braum just going to eat all of that hemorrhage, extra chip damage, fights through, and yeah, that's that Braum. Big shield, big door.
Yeah, Braum don't care about your projectiles. He's going to charge up that shield and come right on through here, and the pizza cutter comes in on the other side. It's so devious. This little guy has mastered that thing, and it's just so valuable to have that free hit, double-sided hitbox. It's just so, so good.
Why does it hit behind him? That's the part I don't understand. Maybe he needs it.
He doesn't need it.
Oh, God. Tries to retreating guard at the corner, but no, you can't. When you got that, Ari getting hit by another headless and another double down here, and it is going to hit.
Yeah, falls into it. No block on that, and now the bees are going to come through and wrap up that Braum. Vandal City Bombers looking like they're ready to bring this set to 1 game apiece. Find a way to get away into top 8. Oh, just barely whiffs on that, so no blocks done, and it's Ari's turn. But it's such an uphill battle here. You have all that health plus the break. Yeah, shout out to the Bombers of Vandal City, evening things up here in style. I mean, man, we've seen Ari running the show, especially early on in mixed bracket, was a very dominant character, but even just the Darius coming through that 2-8 should be just far enough to be able to catch her.
You know, I mean, we saw it earlier during TNS this week. I mean, the big boys can come out to play sometimes. And, yeah, I mean, we see it here. We see the Braum, we see the Darius, and these characters, you know, we do have our top 4 and just how strong they are, but, like, let's be real. You can win with any character in this
every
game.
character's viable, without a doubt, and I'm a firm believer of that. And I'm sure we'll see in the patch notes tomorrow how things get shaken up, but even as is, I mean, we're watching it in action before our eyes. You really can make it work with these other characters, so great stuff for these competitors to not fall victim to the tier discourse on socials.
Right, that's one thing. You know, you gotta take them socials and put it off to the side while you're playing your video games. And another happy birthday situation. That's a lot of damage. And I know you got some extra candles for this Braum here with this Teemo.
Yeah, just a little extra touch of damage there, but helps carry all the way to the corner as well, which is huge. And we see the super assist from Ari connect, but not enough to get the conversion from Braum. He just was a little too slow. Maybe you could have charged an S1 or something like that to close that gap. It's a really tough situation to be in.
Wow, and I mean, what adaptation here from the Vandal City Bombers to kind of overtake TNT right now.
I just am so confused on how this Ari is so reliably getting that air dash H onto the Teemo Super. It looks like those darts should clip her legs on the way in, but they do not. So definitely a good choice to make maximum use out of that. And now we're going to see the classic corner conversion here for Darius. Going to convert into the Teemo as well. Just going to get nice and guaranteed follows. Tried to get the air reset with the throw, but not going to connect. And now you see all this damage from Braum.
Bam! Set up the unbreakable. Does have it. And what a combo!
Yeah, we're
I
not
really
done
like
yet.
this.
We're still going. You got the wall tumble, you tag launching back in. There's a lot of damage to be had here, and we're going to get that unbreakable on deck as well. What is the guess in the corner? Are you jumping the horn? No, just a forward throw, and you can get a full conversion off this. Didn't believe. He tried to go for a chain dash and just was a little too far away. Didn't get the confirm after.
No way. No anti-air there, but it's okay. Incredible showing here from the Braum. What a jump off of the Mighty.
That was so unfortunate. They handshake tagged right before the hit came through, so the hitbox never came out. It could have been a full conversion, but luckily for TNT, they are able to win the next interaction here, and with the meter available, this should lead to death. I actually don't know if I agree with this route. It does bring Ari in. Well, I guess, okay, so you are still getting Unbreakable back on deck. I thought they were giving it up here. I feel like there was just a few extra points of failure there that weren't necessary, but hey, if you take that gamble, totally get it. Just trying to swag out a bit on stream here.
Damn! You know, speaking of swagging out just a little bit, it is final round here between these two to make it their way into the top 8 qualifier.
That is no joke. There's a lot of money on the line to be had here, and when you're one round away, you got to wonder how much it takes a toll on their mental in this situation.
Boom. Yeah, and thinking about it right, you know, you're on the winner's side. You do have the loser side just in case, but it makes things even harder. You only got one more chance to make it happen. And this Ari right now with an interesting style combo, dashing at him. Oh, it goes low this time, Nitten.
Yeah, unfortunate. And with that wall tumble, the Teemo was lucky enough to not make it all the way to the wall. That would have gotten the crumple and allowed for more of a follow-up, but just got caught right afterwards with that low. You got to watch them size 1.5 shoes if you're Teemo.
Oh, God, I'm feeling that one. A nice 2H gets the break away. TNT. Ari. Braum still going to get hit. and that's a ton of damage already onto that assist.
I'm not lying. I think this Darius has done more damage to assist characters than point characters this game. He's been beating up on him, and that Fury conversion, just a couple hits, is going to be enough after, and the conversion afterwards as well. This is huge. So much damage on deck, and a touch of Fury left. That should expire right away. But bleed is still on Rom here, so you got to worry about the chip. What a call out with the light. There was no startup there. That's a hard read, and now you get a nice conversion. Going to be a lot of corner carry.
A lot of the corner carry, and we're going to use that last stand to get an extra. There's the limit strike.
And the air throw conversion after. Does he know? No, he drops it. No ult. The jump back converts it. There's no conversion
Level
here.
3.
Level 3.
He pressed.
What a
he
call.
pressed.
Oh my goodness. How does he know? The final game, final round, all in on level 3, somehow manages to connect, and it is snack time. Now they're going to be eating good, waiting for top 8 in winner's side. Oh my God, unbelievable.
Whoa. Dude, okay.
My heart rate just spiked.
I may have jumped off the table. My bad. I'm sorry. Video games are cool. Video games are awesome. But, dude, there are moments in fighting games where you have that kind of excitement. You have that level of scramble, and 2XKO has those moments too.
I can't believe it. He was so far away. The call out, and just he had the parry just before too. Point blank on the light. There was no. It wasn't like a large wind-up animation. That's just like an easy reaction check. No, just was in the zone, got the reads on deck, and it pays off big time.
I mean, it really worked out really in the long run for them. And now we got another match on deck. We are not stopping here at the Midwest Mixfest 2025. 2XKO 2v2 bracket. We're gonna have a couple of homies. That's the FLCL versus the Prince of Hippos.
Yeah, we saw both these gamers on the top 8 of mixed bracket, I believe, on the right-hand side. And it'll be up to, I'm not sure which team is which, Prince of Hippos on the left?
I believe so,
okay,
yeah.
So yeah, it'll be up to Prince of Hippos to see if they can prevent them from making it back here. Or at least delay it, I guess, because we are in winner side, so they will have another chance here.
Right.
But we're looking to secure that 3rd spot at top 8 winner side here.
We got to have it. Now, a little bit of lore, right, about the FLCL. These two gentlemen on the right side, they used to go to the college where I work at, right?
Okay.
And they used to be part of the FTC club down there, you know, playing DBFZ. So Kai, the gentleman on the left with the dreads, and then we have Louis here on the right. They both love fighting games, and they both love DBFZ. And one thing I know about DBFZ players is that they all love this game.
Really?
Because it's got some crazy shenanigans that game has, also kind of mixed in with this game as well.
Yeah.
And all of those skills kind of transfer as well. But it's so cool to see the homies up here, top 16, trying to qualify for top 8. And are they going to play the Blitzcrank?
No, I got so excited. I'm pretty sure that's just where you default. Oh, no, you start on random, right? So
yeah, you start on random.
I got baited. You got me excited.
Dude, I wanted Blitz so bad.
This is your fault now.
My fault, my bad.
I'm going to remember this.
We'll remember it next time, you know, we share the microphone, whether it be online or in person again.
Exactly right.
I'm hoping it's in person again.
It'll come back for you. The karma comes around.
What goes around comes around,
exactly, right? Exactly. But we are going to see, it is going to be Vi and Ari locking in the 2x assist. Have not seen too much Vi this weekend. It was a little bit early on, but now in a potential qualifier for top 8, mixing up the top 4 bit. No Teemo to be found here, so we got that nice bit of variety as we head on in here.
Yeah, and in training mode?
Come on, guys. This is your first time playing.
What's happening, guys?
You're playing for top 8 and you're picking training mode. What the heck is going on?
What in the world?
That's a self-report right there. Can we DQ both of them?
Yeah, right. You know, little. You know, can I report my teammate? Can I do that in Champs League?
Just give the next round in top 8 a bye. Let's just. they deserve it. That's fine. And now they got to double check all the buttons too. I can't believe they've done this to us.
You know, I was so ready. But dude, look at the crowd kind of forming around. I see a couple Tekken players, a couple Street Fighter players.
Yeah, we're in the side room as well because there's 2 halls here at the venue, and the fact that everyone's pulling up to watch some 2X action is always good to see. A nice new fresh game entering the FGC and a whole new IP. We don't get those very often, so you got to embrace them with open arms. And the fact that Riot cooked so hard with this one, it's just a blessing. I mean, it makes it very easy to welcome it with open arms, right?
Right. I mean, with just kind of how it is, you know, we talked about it earlier, how 2XKO on the dev team has a lot of, you know, a lot of people who have been playing fighting games for a very, very long time. And I would like to note that those players have played a lot of tag games. They're all, most of them coming from Ultimate Marvel, Marvel 2, stuff like that. So they know about the cheap stuff. They know about the fun stuff. You know, what's good, what's not good. And what they've made so far for 2XKO right now. And Riot, I know you're watching and I know you're listening. You guys have made one hell of a game, and we are going to continue to play it for years to come.
That's exactly right. And I mean, like you said, they're very talented devs. Evo this year, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Top 8 had two XKO devs in it. Shout out Combo Fiend and Clockwork for making that happen. That was sick to watch that event in person. It just goes to show how skilled they are. What did I see? What did I miss here?
They all hit random stage and they all got Scuttler Strand.
It's destiny. We're going to Scuttlers. It is what it is. Gonna watch out for those Scuttlers. In the background, you got the little families coming through, and they get a little spooked every time there's a knockdown. You got some fun attention to detail in the background here, and one of the better themes in the game. I'm a big fan of that one. Shout out Eugene for cooking on the soundtrack here.
No, for real, and everything about that. You know, here it is, though, the Time Winder. Gonna set it up, and backdash away they go.
Interesting situation there. No counter hit on that REH in the air, so not going to be able to fully convert here. And wow, baits the how did you know the counter was going to come through?
Oh, baby goes low that time, and I was not ready for it.
The mix came through big time here, and it's getting so mixy on this front. And calls out the sway. Don't try that if I am just doing nothing. I'm ready to call it out with the 2L and get the conversion after to get the first kill of the set.
All right, nasty cross-ups there between these two, and damn, you know how it is, and you don't know what side my boy is on. A easy first round, not even drifting under 35 count.
Yeah, it is always Echo's time, and you see it in full effect there. He continues to mix up these gamers left and right. Super, this S1 Super is going to connect onto the assist character, but not to the Ari. And if you do hit Echo while that is out there, the move will still stay out there, but it will not hit your character. It like visually stays there, so that's how you can play it safe and avoid getting clipped on the way back in.
Interesting, I did not know that. And incredible here for the Limit Strike, and the Prince of Hippos striking back with this Ari.
Yeah, got some good corner pressure there off the bat and forcing the break, so was a good start, but gonna have to eat this 2H right away with that predictable approach. Luckily enough for the Ari, not gonna get a full combo afterwards.
All right, this Vi coming through, great block. Oh no, but you get sandwiched into the break, and he is there. Nah, but Vi ready to strike.
Yeah, making full advantage of that freestyle fuse. One of the strong benefits of playing duo is maximizing what you can get out of freestyle, being able to just have free reign to input those extra follow-ups while your handshake tagged out and continue that mixed pressure. So great stuff from FLCL to maximize that.
Down OTG, Super 2, bang, 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 bang. Let it rip. Now, Okazeme, you are a little bit far away, that's okay. But we return to the neutral.
Neutral it is, gets a little clip of that 2L, and unfortunately the assist messes up the attempt. That is, it's a double-edged sword with duo play, right? You can get a lot of benefit from your teammate, and sometimes they can mess up the plans that you had. That block stun interrupted the sway grab, so now you're stuck in the corner looking at potentially just getting chipped out here.
Oh, it does open her up, and whoa, incredible landing frames. There for the Vi drops.
I was going to say, name a more iconic couple of Vi's and mashing on Wake Up, and it did pay off even after the drop. Does get clipped, but there's such a small amount of health. It's hard to imagine FLCO can make this comeback, and of course, the cross of Un will come through. We're going to a final round for this first game.
Let's go. Starting out on the Yasuo here, and it is incredible that the 2H whips from the 5M of the Ari, but we are going to eat a lot of damage right out of the gate here. Yasuo falling out.
Yeah, I've seen more drops from Ari combos in this one weekend than I've seen since she's gotten the patch for her combo consistency. There's something in the water here over in Minnesota for sure, but gonna have to lock in and overcome that if you're gonna be playing Ari at a high level.
On the noggin, no, but caught pressing, the timing and the interrupt. You know, they say it's Echo's my time is all the time, but no, that was all FLCL's timing right there.
100%. Whenever you're fishing with that overhead with Echo in neutral without the assist follow-up, you're just hoping that you get that interrupt, that counter hit adds those extra frames so you can convert afterwards. It's just a nice little thing to sprinkle in.
Yeah, it is, and another one. Incredible combo there from the Ari, an unfortunate drop. And you hate to see it, a little bit of whiffing going around. Run up throw for this Yasuo. Stomp on him. Hey.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate. You really want to get this Vi out of here before she dies because that is a much weaker super assist. In my opinion, probably bottom 2 in the game right now of all the super assists. So you see it here in effect. It just gets a little bit of chip. There's just so much startup to it. It's really easy to deal with. We'll see what they're able to do. I mean, Ari is going to get a bunch of damage on deck here. It should be Yasuo gone. And that just means you're going to have to deal with 3 of those super assists from Yasuo on this next round.
That's the scariest part about this situation right now. And you don't want to deal with it. Echo cracking the noggin of this Ari. You can't block everything, and FLCL is going to take game number 1.
Yeah, you saw that counter hit in the air leading into the tumble like we mentioned before. It's so valuable to be able to recognize when you get those confirms. You get that audio cue, you get the red flash, you know it's coming, and you got to be able to expect and anticipate that so you're ready to follow up afterwards.
It's good. Now, Prince of Hippos, yet again, you know, we see this Ari cooking left and right, and it seems though we might see, you know, what I like to call is the carry. The carry player is in this Ari. Vise is here for the good times.
Exactly, and you know, sometimes the maybe lesser skilled player can come in really clutch at the end, so it's always going to be a team effort, but it does seem like the Ari is leading away for the piece of Hippos here, or Prince of Hippos rather.
Wow. Good use of the break there to get out of the aerial to it, the aerial JH. Don't want to deal with it. Just going to back away, but no, my time is going to get snagged. I love that bionic arm assist.
It's so good. I'd like to see them take a little more advantage of using assist and handshake tag at the start of it, so you can kind of charge it behind the Ari while she gets to do her approach.
That's right.
It's a very common strat for Vi players, and I'll have to see if they maybe implement that here. Kind of looks like they're trying to figuring out the flow of the synergy as they go, but I mean, you are in a winner's topic qualifier. Clearly, I've been doing something right this whole time.
No, that's so true. More timers down on the count. It is up to this.
Nice.
Yasuo, another overhead, cracks his noggin, bang. Another situation, rolls out this time.
Yeah, interesting choice to sway there. Tried to steal the corner potentially, but it is going to pay off and able to get the interrupt right afterwards. I mean, we were just talking down the Vi, and the Vi kind of carried that round, not going to lie. So good stuff to them to regain composure here and maximize their contribution to the team.
They're always kind of into it, and that's the thing. The best part about playing in 2v2s, right, is you always going to have, you know, someone who has maybe just a little bit better composure,
yep.
And is a little bit, you know, more mentally stable inside of the scramble.
Yeah, exactly right. Especially if you have that experience, it pays off big time. Playing on stream here with a lot of money on the line. I mean, it is regional. This isn't exactly Evo in terms of scale, but I mean, there's a lot of money to be had for grinding this out. And when you're doing it with a buddy, you really got to stay composed and locked in and do it for both of you. It's not just your own pocket that's on the line.
That's right. I mean, there's hella money on the line, like you said, and you gotta be able to walk out here and get what I like to call is a big dinner.
Yes, 100%. Get that grub for sure. You saw the air throw come in with a potential confirm afterwards, but no full combo. And now Yasuo's able to clean things up. FLCL looking to bring this to a final round once more. Gonna have to force the Fury out, so interesting. We thought the Vi was the weaker player here, but there's full faith that they can make this comeback, pop in the Fury with a pretty decent deficit.
They're a full believer, and look at the chip damage they're knitting. It's
so
insane,
much.
dude.
Yeah. The fact that Fury applies to the assist too is really, really strong, especially when you have the super assist on deck. It's so good.
It's incredible, and now this Echo with just a little bit finds a chance. No, he did block it. Not like this. No.
Oh, got the NA reset right after, and I respect the Echo. Sometimes you just got to pull a Beyblade and let it rip, and unfortunately that time it does not connect.
Oh my gosh.
There's such little health on the line for the Yasuo. You got to play perfect here. Parry could come through, but no, that's a true block thing, and you're going to get chipped out rather. We're evened up here, one game apiece. It all comes down to this to see who makes it in and who's going to have to fight their way out of loser's bracket if they want to make it into the block later.
Oh boy, oh boy. It is the slobber knocker that we've been wanting to do. I think just about everybody in this room is watching 2XKO right now for this final game here to make it into winner's side.
Exactly right. And you see that 5M connect from Echo, but the Yasuo assist is going to maybe mess things up a little bit. Not sure if the handshake timing was the culprit there or just the fact that the assist came through. Either way, going to kind of reset to neutral here. Echo lost so much life already. Going to have to try to keep Yasuo in here for a while.
Get a little bit more mileage. Well, as a League player, we call that value.
Yes,
right?
sir.
A little bit more value out of this Yasuo, but we're going to opt to bring in the Echo. The overhead happens again. Gets a little conversion off the air throw, but no mashing this time is the Echo, and this Vi keeps dropping, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate. Vi players just love pressing those buttons on Wake Up. You really got to respect it. Between the level 1 super that's in Vuln 2, there's just a lot of stuff you kind of got to respect on that Wake Up situation, or unless you have the Dastardly mix ready to rock.
True, has the key, always ready on the extra Q timing, bam, but no, a huge uppercut from the Vi. Prince of Hippos now looking to square away this first round.
Yeah, this overhead is getting so much value. It's definitely reactable, but unfortunately for FLCL, they're not quite blocking in time and getting opened up time and time again. So it is now back up against the wall. Set point for Prince of Hippos. Are they going to secure the spot in top 8, or does FLCL have something to say?
Dude, Prince of Hippos have been having great adaptations for these guys, and you know, I kind of talked about it earlier when I was doing commentary for Third Strike. This game is such a war of attrition that fighting with your teammate over, you know, over mounds of momentum, left and right, it's incredible to see, you know, the theatrics that play out.
Yeah, for sure. The advantage state in this game is really, really strong, especially for characters like Echo and Ari. You get that single hit, leads to a bunch of damage and strong Oki, and you can really maximize that to kind of keep that momentum moving top to bottom. And nice pickup with the Time Winder. It's so active sitting out there. You really got to respect it. And now with the Vi off the table, it's just going to be up to Ari to try to wrap up this game. Are they going to be able to do it? The 2H does connect. What a risky air dash in.
Cannot believe it. Tag launcher up to Daisy. We go with this Yasuo. Gonna not spend any meter. Gonna be ready though for the aerial buttons, and this Yasuo is so ready.
Rare Yasuo combo drop as well. Maybe it's interesting spacing there that kind of messed things up, but either way, FLCL ready to clean that up, and now we're gonna have a slight break advantage in this final game, final round.
Can't believe it. This is for your winners side, top 8, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hope we see FLCL or we see the Prince of Hippos find their way to victory.
Yeah, exactly right. There's been 2 spots secured. Who will take the 3rd? So far, Prince of Hippos off to a great start. No drop this time from the Ari, so it's going to be so much value. You get half that health bar off the table already. There is a break available on the side of both teams, so the next hit should get broken up, and it does.
Oh, what a 2H!
Wow, that's crazy. How did it hit Yasuo but not Echo? I guess Echo started the 2H and it made it invul. That's such good awareness, and what a great call-out back throw is going to set up some corner pressure here as well.
Here it is. No, it does going to hit the Ari, but goes low and the freestyling on them. But no, the mash from the Vi is so clean. It's all you need. Bang, 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 bang. Damn.
So unfortunate for FLCL. They got that charge heavy during the beginning of that route. Would have added a nice little chunk of damage, but with that drop, things all of a sudden turn around so quickly.
Up to the Echo, you are in now the sandwich pressure. All it takes is one retreating guard. Yasuo not happening there.
This is tough. Yasuo Super Assist is really strong, but when you're playing against Ari, she's so airborne that you kind of lose a lot of that value.
Oh, dropping, unfortunately, and you're right, that value is totally lost.
See, yeah, it goes there again. It clips the Vi, gets a little bit of damage, but Ari just gets to totally ignore it. And you have to be very careful with the pressure on Ari. Level 3 is on deck, and that's enough. That's going to connect. And good choice to use a super, so it kills before the Fury comes in. Now you have to wonder, does Vi opt to use the Fury right away to just generate great health? They're not going to, and the super assist comes in. The Unk check. There's no reactions here, and that's just going to clean things up. Yasuo wins. Good stuff from TLCL.
Holy mercy. Kato Boys represent. Mankato Boys, Southern Minnesota out there, really holding it down here in Minneapolis. But yo, gotta give credit where the credit's due. The Prince of Hippos really had one exciting game. That Ari, incredible.
Yeah, and the Vi came back online after a rough start and was really contributing heavy to that team, and it just unfortunately at the end wasn't enough to jump that hurdle. And now they're going to have to fight their way through losers. Probably, I believe, just one more match if they want to make top 8. It might be 2, but yeah, 3rd spot secured already. Next match will be for the final spot on top 8 winner side. And yeah, it's such a big advantage to be on winner side, right? You're skipping another round that you don't have to play. You're already top 6, I think, if that's how the map works, right? So just one step closer to taking that chunk of that prize pool. And more importantly, the glory, right? That's what matters. Bringing home that medal and being able to display that, look at that every day and recognize what you accomplished. It's got to be a great feeling.
Oh, I mean, it's super cool. You know, you get to come out here, you get to play video games here in the Midwest. You get to play 2v2s in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's the thing about, you know, you come to the Midwest, it's all about community and having fun. And we see a whole bunch of community. You know, we see the guys, we see the entire, you know, half of this ballroom is full of people playing video games. And the main ballroom also filling up as well. Mr. Poopy and Dookie Shoes.
Yeah, I'm going to let you say their team.
Yeah.
Wait, is that their tags or is that just the team name?
That is their tags. Yeah,
okay.
They're not from here. It's okay.
All right. Okay.
They're,
cool. So we can make fun of them.
They're out of state, which is fine.
Yeah, imagine being out of state at this event. Oh, so cringe. Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me. You know, I only drove an hour to be here.
I only flew 3. Minnesota's really big, and I'm definitely from around here.
It's massive. It's massive. You know, you could have honestly driven 3 hours from if you're from up north. Yeah, the Fargo guys that made their way out here. You know, they drove 6.5.
Yeah, a lot of people have made it out. I mean, we've seen people from Iowa. Someone from Texas said they were pulling up because they were just in town to see some family. So Definitely works out here. We got a couple big bodies, the second Braum of the show here. That's very impressive to see. As much as I hate their tags and team name, gotta respect a Braum coming through.
You know, we got Mr. Shoes, I'll call him.
There we go.
To kind of alleviate the ways of that. But we got My Time and My Time In. That's funny. That's a silly name.
Right, yeah. I wonder what strategy they're going to use. Oh, they use 2x assist. What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. But they do have the Alawi on deck as well, which I kind of like here with the Echo. I think Alawi pairs really well with Echo, especially in the 2v2 format.
Correct. Because
with how her forward assist works, you are able to just pop her in and it summons the tentacle, and you have the tentacle on deck. So when you do inevitably do a tag launcher into an Alawi S1 or S2, that tentacle is going to reconnect, and you have so much combo variety and so much combo expression with her that it is almost, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, it feels like as long as a single tentacle is on screen, you enable so much routing for Alawi, and it makes it very consistent too. She can pick up really high with that down S1, and there's so many options. Forward throw gives her an option to extend off that, so very, very valuable for sure. And you actually see the back assist come through there because it covers so much space.
Oh boy, I was ready for the cross-up, but it didn't work. No, the Alawi getting slapped out of the sky. And now you got hit by Alawi, and I like the break there.
Yeah, good choice to go for that break. Get out of that corner pressure. You know Alawi loves to set up her install super, so just disregard all that. And now buy some space with that Braum super. And Yasuo's going to clean that up. The crowd is definitely stoked to see these gamers pop off. I guess they are not disgusted by the tags. It's respectable.
Right, Sure. The tags may be here or there, but we got their tags doesn't represent their gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. You are not your tag, right? You are your gameplay, so I get it. Nice 2H on the Braum approach. It's great awareness, and the S1 super is going to come through, dump out a nice chunk of damage as well.
Right, it summons a tentacle to come and grab from far away, summon the boy, and summon the homie. That's another one. It is going to kill. Dude, that super does a ton of damage.
Yeah, it's so reliable. It's very great at picking up as well in a lot of different situations. You're just able to clean up right after with a nice little combo into the down S1. Great start for My Time, My Time.
I'm liking it there from there. Any team that's got an Alawi on it, I'm all for, because not only is her combo expression super, super high in this game, but each combo route, you have to be aware on where your tentacle is and if you're within that range.
Yes. Because you can see around the tentacle, it's almost like a puddle that's around it, and that's like generally the range that you're kind of working within. Unless you get that like down S1, it doesn't matter. That tentacle will show up anywhere and come pick up. So depending on the move, you really got to keep aware of that spacing, and you really got to be aware of how much this Braum is going to cook when he has the Unbreakable buff. It's really hard to get through, and you've got to respect it at all times.
What a starter off the forward H. And now it is going to lead into this super. Here comes Yasuo trying to find the connect, but the Alawi blocks it in the sky.
Really thought that was going to connect on the Alawi in the air, but it doesn't. And there's a big turnaround there. Nice chunk of damage on Yasuo. There's Fury on deck. That's going to kill. That was one hit, I think, and then S1 and 50% of your health is gone.
Completely.
Oh, no.
Finish the
Round
record
2.
series. Bang, bang. Good lord.
That's the most health in the game, by the way, on Braum, and that did 50% on that one interaction. But Super Yasuo is going to come through. There's plenty of health to burn through here. Is there enough screen to do enough damage here? No, there isn't. So going to come down to one more interaction. Low health for both characters, no Fury on either side.
Oh!
Went for the parry, but wasn't able to continue it. You got to go for, I think it's 5 low parries and then a mid parry. And did not get that third one, so the mash wasn't in there, unfortunately.
Insane. And now back to the corner we go with this Echo. Bang. Up and over. Set up the time. It is a drop combo.
Yeah.
What you swinging at?
You got to be ready for that screen positioning. They could be a bit too high for that follow-up, and you have to go right into the launcher, tag launcher. Happens a ton to Echo on that classic route. And the roll is going to get a connection and force the break here. So Braum going to tag out and let Yasuo handle business.
Oh no. Hitting the Alawi, but hey, back shots galore. Yasuo going to eat a ton of damage. Limit Strike is available here for this Echo, but go for the tag launcher instead.
Yeah, time to guess for your character's life. If you guess wrong, this could be it. Gonna be just enough here to get a level 1 after, not quite. But the second interaction is gonna lead to death here. Good stuff from Alawi here to maintain that pressure. And air throw is gonna pick up right after as well.
I like it. Using the air throw, got to block that team. The little Poro is a projectile after all, and this Illaoi, my time in. It is their time.
Yeah, that 2M is no joke, and after a real back and forth set, Illaoi was able to clean that up. I'm not sure which gamer this is, but he looks terrified after the end of that one.
He's like, oh boy.
Yeah, what are we up against here? And an interesting trade there. Got the counter hit on the assist Illaoi, so she had a little bit of a tumble, but Echo is scot-free here up until you get that Braum interrupt. And now Unbreakable is on deck. What's the guess here? He is going to continue with this normal pressure. No command grab represented yet. And then the break is going to come through, reset to neutral here.
I mean, I do like it. He opted for the low instead, but this 2H, and here comes this Yasuo completely out of nowhere. Back to the Braum, drops the combo. Mr. and the shoes are working their way, and we are going to go corner to corner, coast to coast, from the Freljord to Demacia.
Is it Mighty Poro time? It's been a bit since we've seen it. No, we're going to jump in. Good block and patience here, but Echo's getting beat up in the back as parry is going to help save things. Gonna have to deal with a little bit of chip here. Good patience on all these. And the 2M does connect, so you have a happy birthday here. You have such low health. I don't know what the path is to a comeback, but a Time Winder sure does help buy that space.
Oh, it does, and man, a huge shield, a big low here for the side of the Braum. What a round for them, honestly.
Yeah, exactly right. The range on that shield paid off big time. And now one round away from evening up the series. See if My Time's able to kind of regain composure here. Did get the handshake tag on the start of the throw. Could have maybe picked up afterwards, but just played it safe.
Oh, get him attack. Says stay away from me this time. No, but Yasuo, a little bit of trade action. Looking for the parry, waste the meter.
That's such a soul read that they went for. I respect it, but it's not going to pay off. Going to get punished right after as well, so going to have to force the break here. And didn't even tag in the Braum, so going to get clipped right after.
The wake-up throw was a little bit too much. A little bit of meaty action for them, sending the Braum, but the 2M is going to get off on the mash. Boom, boom, up we go. A little bit of Illaoi corner carry. You know, we like this. You know, this is what she imagines she wants to do to Gangplank.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. She wants that vengeance for sure. And even, funny you mentioned that, but we're in the Brazen Hydra, so maybe we'll see Gangplank show up here one day.
Oh, that'd be really funny. Like in the background,
right?
That'd be really cool.
There, in those wanted posters back there, there's actually some references to other characters. I think there is one of Gangplank, there's one of Aatrox as well, and there's a 2x KO on deck here to even up this round count. Great stuff out of My Time.
I mean, it's obligatory. You gotta have, you know, we saw the happy birthdays, we saw this, but we have our first 2x KO of the top 16 here, and working our way deeper into this bracket. What a jump.
Yeah, double jump there to just block both of those and able to block in time. Those tentacles are something you really got to respect. And because earlier we saw the command grab from the tentacle, I imagine we're going to continue to see jumps when those are set up for the Oki.
Oh, nah, dude, you are plus $1 billion into this situation. Tentacles are out on the ground and a good jump. Damn! J2S, oh my god!
Got to watch out for that Braum bomb all the way from the top rope. It's a good bit of damage. My Time hits on the back of the dome, but no conversion after. That's one of those things. When you're a duo, you don't have the synergy ready to look out for that. It's definitely a reaction check.
It is. Oh, run up and throw. Super, super smart. Great reactionary awareness. In My Time, just one character away from sending the Yasuo.
What was that momentum? Oh my god, canceled that charge S2 in the air, and I think it was another air hop into another one. Carried some forward momentum throughout that. No conversion after, but man, that was some saucy movement.
Oh, tried to do it again. I thought we were ready for some loops there, but no, that's okay. Another one. God, I can't believe the J medium actually reaches from that kind of range. Ooh, bam! What an uppercut. It is My Time and My Time in advancing to your top 8.
Yeah, we saw that Illaoi assist we were talking about. So much value out of that, and it was able to wrap up the set there. So that is going to be our top 8 winner side decided. Now it is going to be time for some losers matches. Every set from this point on, if you lose, you are going home, or I would hope you're just going to the other room later and watching top 8. But either way, you're going to be knocked out of the tournament, so that prize money will be off the table for you.
That's right.
Man, it's just going to be an uphill battle for all these gamers moving forward.
Moving forward, I mean, and there's still a lot of gamers left to play. I mean, there's 2 teams. Okay, there's 2 teams, you know. Teams of 2 and lots of players, lots of gamers. We are going to go to a quick short break, ladies and gentlemen, so stay tuned. More 2XKO Top 16 at Midwest Mixfest 2025 coming at you.
Unleash your fighting spirit with your new favorite cozy apparel from IsaaCArts.shop, the cozy marshmallow-themed apparel line, featuring the all-new Fighting Spirit collection. So remember to never give up and to fight on, so that way you too can become the next world champion.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We are here with the loser side qualifiers for top 8 on the duo bracket for 2XKO over here at the Midwest Mixfest. I'm getting mixed up just saying the name. It's so mixy out here. It has been 6 matches top to bottom all weekend long. You'll love to see it, and the trend is going to keep on going. We have some gamers pulling up already on the setup. They're going to be getting some button checks in. It is Nitten and Ham coming through for another block once more. So happy you guys are coming through, enjoying these matches with us. And yeah, let's just get right on into it. I gotta love seeing the Teemo hat out here also too. We're repping.
Right, no, the Riot Games love out here in Minnesota is high in the sky here as we get ready for this next intermatch. We have Rice and Cinnamon, whom of which we saw yesterday, and Backstrom, along with who we saw earlier with the Braum Yasuo. Hopefully we get to see some more of that from them. I mean, they were pretty consistent. They were really strong, but from what I remember from Rice and Cinnamon and Backstrom is that they also know how to keep it classy.
Exactly. You gotta have the class. You gotta have the composure here. And it looks like everybody's staying pretty calm here. I mean, there is a decent amount on the line, so I would imagine, at least for me, nerves would start to flutter in a little bit. You get those little heart flutter situations, right? Feel the stomach drop, maybe. You got to do it on stream as well, so no pressure. You're just playing towards the $5,000 prize pool, getting your name in the record books as one of the earliest champions of 2XKO. So
that's true. And I mean, kind of having that bragging rights, right? You know, coming down to a regional event and having your name etched into the winner's side, into the champions book. I mean, winners write the history.
Yes.
And they will definitely have that here as well, as we definitely are going back to the Scuttlers strand. It is Braum Yasuo versus Yasuo and the Teemo. Hopefully we get to see it more from the two of these gentlemen, the 4 of all of them. More 2v2 action. Loser's side.
Exactly right, and we have double down on both sides here. Interesting to see Braum, Yasuo. I mean, even just seeing this team in general, it's not one you see very often. If generally Braum, you want to have a strong assist that you can follow up behind his shield, and I don't know if Yasuo's is really the perfect one for that, but right away, it's like Rice and Cinnamon and Backstrom going to get off to a nice start.
Oh man, the break happening just a little bit late, which is unfortunate. That Yasuo already going to be below half HP, but yo, here comes that Braum. I can't believe it hit off the back end.
Poro's literally off screen and still connected somehow. That is a juicy hitbox.
Oh, the breaks. Careful. Yo, he is unbreakable, and the Braum stun comes through. Shout out to the Braum Q out there.
Nice touch for them to get that in here. And it did land on the assist character, so not the most value out of it, but still good to get a little extra damage on here. And get up attack is going to pay off. Always such a gamble to go for.
And it works out, though, in their favor, but this Braum is going to eat a ton of damage. It might. Oh, no, he falls out.
The rare drop, put it in the record books, mark the day. The Yasuo has dropped the combo, and nearly a happy birthday as well. Got a little bit of extra damage on the Yasuo. It's just going to be a pixel here for Mr. Shoes. And just like that, first round going the way of Rice and Vax.
Good. Rice and Cinnamon and Backstrom. Incredible round from the burst of them. And now here comes this Braum. No unbreakable, but we are going to set up the Poro as Teemo is going to continue to be a menace upon the Rift.
As he should. The little demon continues on. And nice. That's just visually tricky there. Thought could block it directly, but because of the handshake, have to change that direction and point towards wherever the point character is. Or point away from wherever the point character is, rather.
Right. Wind Wall turns into Tornado. Break pretty early here for the side of Mr. Shoes. And now, oh my gosh, Nitten, Limit Strike all the way to the wall.
Yeah, got that clean 2H and fully taking advantage of the Limit Strike to get that corner pressure and build up that extra meter. And now you see Braum coming through, gets the Unbreakable, and just immediately keeps on swinging, knows he has the armor to keep him safe. But the clip will come through on the 2M, so there is a chance here for Rice and Vax to bring this back. And speaking of the back, you're going to get shot there quite a few times. And with the cleanup right after, there's so much damage.
Dude, what a combo. What if, for example, what a 2v2 combo.
Yep.
You know, both players were ready at that moment. They knew the routes that they wanted to take. There's definitely some communication going on up there on the stream table. And honestly, I got to give a hand to them. That Braum was at 80% HP and dead at the blink of an eye.
Yeah, you know they've been hitting the lab with that route for sure. There's no way you're just whipping that out in bracket this far in, hoping it works out. So pays off for sure to be studying, and it could pay off here to get this kill. Fury's going to come on deck just at the last second, but
Nice.
forward throw averts it entirely. Game 1 wrapped up real clean.
A little bit of a delay, waits for the tech, goes for throw instead. I'm actually kind of a big fan of that. The grappler in me really likes that. A little bit of a reset into throw. They're like, oh, I'm safe. Nah, sorry, dog. I'm sorry. You blocked.
Nice try. And interesting, the Shroom does get triggered just fairly close enough. He is going to activate, and now you got to deal with the super tag mix. Empty jump low, that's the answer this time. Got to see if they continue to go for that option or bury it up in the future. It's always tough to play defense in that situation.
Ooh, hits his noggin, and I'll say it again, it is the Crondolium. My man has got a bald head ready. Tag launcher through and through. You stuck, labeled up against the wall, unbreakable and unconkable. What an incredible combo.
Shout out Unconkable if he's in the chat. Love to see his support for this game. Absolute fantastic dude running the game behind the scenes here as the game director. And going to be running this match over here with this Yasuo cleaning up that Braum. Nice. Bang. Opening yet again. And didn't... Wow, that was actually a very risky time to go for that burst during the jump cancel, but wasn't even the reacting time, so it works out.
He's got those. And another great use of the 2H. Drops a combo, unfortunately, but he was ready there with the reset. This Yasuo is on par and on point as well. Level 3 is available. Is he going to cash out? Goes for the cash and the money.
It's going to be a good bit of damage. I think it should kill. This is on the Yordle, so the least amount of health in the game. No, not quite. The scaling does come in, so gonna save him barely. Just a little bit of health there. Let's see what they're able to do. Super tag gonna come through again, this time going high. Multiple overheads, not able to block all that. There is 3 meter on deck, so you could dump it all for the damage if you so choose.
Has it. Oh, goes for the OTG instead. I really like that. It is the tech trap, so you can either get the check chase read left or right, and I'm a huge fan of that kind of play style. You know, you could dump the meter, get it, but opting for more situations to kind of build that mind game, build the layers into the mix, and that is going to seal the deal of this round.
Yeah, it's crazy that clips. The stance jump nearly would have gone over it, but does get clipped in the toes on the way up, and that's going to be another round going the way of Rice.
Good. Back in. Just going to start right away. Both of them opt to go for their supers, and oh no.
Yeah, unfortunate situation there. It does force the break. Now Rice does turn things right back around, forcing the break on the other side, so just going to have some clean combos here for a good bit.
Huge. I like that. Massive combo here for the Braum. Run-up throw is the side for the Yasuo. Oh, he reads it!
Yeah, good call out there for sure. Just getting that meaty button on deck. Now just going to get this full corner conversion. Oh, well, you would if you don't drop it, and now unfortunately going to get clipped with the forward throw after the handshake tag, and that's going to be death.
Oh, Yasuo cleaned up, swept up, under the rug. You know, sweep him under the rug, it's fine. You know, we'll deal with him later.
Right.
Here comes the Braum, though, against this team. Oh, goes low, swipes the ankles, and oh my days. Goodbye, sweet little Yordle.
Yeah, what way to even it up, 1 round apiece here, and to keep your tournament life alive, as Rice was on set point and will continue to be here. See who walks in for this final round.
Braum with the lights here. You know, he does have a little bit of slower lights on deck here, but yo, you know, we got to talk about the 2v2 style format. These players are so ready to tag, have these assists on deck, and when to do the handshake tag in and out. It has been so clean to watch these guys play.
Yeah, exactly. Taking maximum advantage of all the mechanics on deck, using that super tag to full effect. You see the front shots that time could be also getting a ton of damage out onto the Braum here. Now what's the mix? You have the team assist by a little bit of block stun, but no side switch here, and it's going to be Braum's turn to turn things around here. It did get the pickup that you're looking for, but no medium after the dash.
It's all right. There's the break for the little ones. Down and out. Here comes that Yasuo, going to run at you. Going to S1 jump at this time. But no, the Stompy's going to connect on the toes. And what incredible routing here from the side of Rice and Cinnamon and Vaxstrom. Oh, but doesn't get the super.
Yeah, it didn't come out there. Had the meter, so definitely would have been a misinput on that front. Braum assist is going to connect onto both and force the burst. How do you react here after you spend that? You're going to just go for Super Shroom, so you will get clipped, but the Shroom will remain. Definitely something you got to respect as the Braum. Going to get chipped out here just a little bit through that armor.
I like it, using the shield to break away. Here now, Yasuo takes down the Teemo. And Rice and Cinnamon, it all comes down to this Yasuo.
Exactly right. You just saw the other Yasuo go for forward throw into, or I guess the same Yasuo rather, went for forward throw into super. You see it once more, and with that double down, able to get extra damage and unbreakable. And now with this conversion, easy as can be, we are going to a game 3 between these duos.
That's what I'm talking about. The 2v2s, the 2x KO Midwest Success 2025 duos. Tournament here for top 16. It is loser side, so now this is do or die here, Nitten. It is, you have to be on your core, you gotta be on point. Your gameplay has to be on top, on the double.
Yeah, exactly. Can't be dropping anything, and this is a great start. Getting a couple, or a single back shot there, no follow-up afterwards, so I don't know if you want to call that a full drop, but definitely could have gotten more out of that. And now gonna have to burst right after. It's Teemo's time to kind of set up shop.
Setting up shop, and he's ready in another happy birthday situation here for Rice and Cinnamon. This might just be a dead Yasuo, but the point character does fall. And for the side of Mr. Shoes, and for the side of Yasuo Braum, that's super, super unfortunate.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was just very fortunate for the Yasuo that they were able to fall out in that manner. And now Rice looking at set point here. One single round away from getting top 8 at a first Impact 2XKO event. One putting so much weight onto duo play really can go a long way.
They can hear that. You got that uncheck here, and incredible blocks, and incredible momentum here for Rice and Cinnamon. Here, it is the first Impact, you're right, and so much is on the line right now.
And unfortunately, that Yasuo assist ended up screwing up the Teemo route. Could have had the wall slump and gotten a huge extension afterwards, but the assist throws a wrench into those plans. And now you're looking at opposite direction. Now you're back against the wall with the Brahmin Unbreakable in front of you. Not where you want to be here.
Oh, almost the route that I like, but it does end up having him get more, but he is going to spend it. Bang!
Yeah, might as well invest all that meter, secure it while you can. Fury was right around the corner, so could have had time to regenerate some of that health. And now it is just going to be up to the Teemo to see if you can close out the set, or if we're going to a final round. I feel like we have a final game, final round in our hands, but let's see what Teemo has to say about it.
I can feel it in the hands here of the Braum and the Yasuo. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Oh, a 2H doesn't connect, an unfortunate drop.
And he went for that mix-up with the jump S1, trying to get the assist afterwards, but the reaction from the duo was a little late, so no mix there. Doesn't really matter when you win the next interaction here. Looks like that final game, final round situation is on the table. Full break on both sides. Resources will be completely equal, and not too much badge progress for Teemo, so that's probably the one blessing you have if you're Mr. Shoes here.
You're right. And now, here we go. Final fight around. Losers find double Luigi. And right away, right out of the gate, Rice and Cinnamon and Backstrom with an incredible lead over against this Yasuo. OTG?
Yeah, and that Shroom just hit right up into the S2. Lots of damage coming through. Meter to spend as well. And has to break. Still going to have to deal with a little bit of damage from that Super Shroom onto the Braum. But it does end the combo there.
Oh, ready for the tech chase. Here comes the Braum. Rice and Cinnamon and the Backstrom. It's been such a scary sight. This Teemo has been a unrelenting force, but yo, you got hit this time and the break is spent.
Yeah, that was huge. Getting the break off the table here. There should not be a single break left in this set. That's a lot of damage. Happy Birthday is not going to get that super damage on the assist character, and you're going to interrupt through the armor. There was already a single hit, so the second hit did break it. Great stuff there from Yasuo.
That's incredible, and here we go for the little ones. Sets up the Yasuo and a little extra combo here. Ready for the tech chase, goes low, and here's the throw. Oh, dude, it's getting too close for its own good.
It's so close for comfort right now. And Braum is going to come in, handshake tag off the assist, doesn't connect, so not going to be plus, but the armor is going to be enough. That single H does knock out the Yasuo. One Teemo versus low out the Yasuo and Braum. Does get clipped, but no conversion afterwards.
He does run into it, though. He's going to spend it here against the Braum. It is now up to the Yasuo and the Teemo in a final situation. A lot of meter here for the side of Yasuo.
Yeah, none for Teemo to work with either, so no parry here. And the super assist already came through and whiffed. That's gonna be it. Mr. Shoes securing it with the clutch Yasuo play. wrapping that setup, clean stuff. They're going to be moving on to top 8, playing here in about like 4 hours or so.
About to say, lots of time left here for these guys, and what an incredible run for these two as they continue on into the bracket. It is all loser side for the rest of the day until we reach this top 8, which will be happening, as you said, a little bit later on.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. And man, just when you're in that losers bracket side of things, like back up against the wall in that final round, final game, low health both sides, that's the time that the champions really separate themselves, right? You really got to take advantage of those situations, lock in, pull yourself out of that moment, and make the most of the tools you have at the table. So shout out to Mr. Shoes for doing that and making that run. And now we got the Teemo hat back on the setup, so I imagine another Yordle's coming through, and this should be a fun one to see for sure.
More Yordles for darn sure, and it is a Minnesota team kill. We are going to see Bakarina and Yusei back up onto the set. Super Saiyan, Gogeta Super, 2X KO, Ultra Beast Ego versus the Vandal City Bombers. That's a name.
That's an easy one that we're definitely going to use the entire full name every single time we mention them in the set, for sure. I mean, they named their team like Jinx moves are named in this game. It's just a bunch of nonsense.
This is a bunch of wacky mumbo jumbo. And then you got the nicer name, the Vandal City Bombers.
Yeah.
That is the team. Gonna see some Teemo. Gonna see some Yasuo as well. We do on the other side from Bakarina and Yusei, it is going to be the Teemo Echo, if I remember correct.
Gotcha. Cool. So very cool to see. Going to see which Yordle can separate themselves from the pack. How this set plays out here. Do we go to another game 3? Is this going to be a stomp? Only one way to find out. We're going to have to hop in this match and see.
You're right. Yeah, Teemo Yasuo and Teemo Echo. There it is. Yep. I knew we were going to see it. There were going to be 2 Teemos for sure, and they are guaranteed. Coming into this next one, see, we got to go to the Noxus stage. It's the coolest stage in the game.
It is unfortunate when you don't have Darius and all the soldiers don't pull up. It seems a little more barren, but it is a great stage, and it has another good theme, so you got to respect it.
Do got to respect it. But now, both of them, it is Vandal City Bombers, Team Yasuo and Teemo, and Echo Teemo for. That name doesn't even fit upon the name card. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. We'll just work with it.
Yeah, you got to work with what you got here. And Teemo has got shop set up here. All these shrooms and bushes ready to roll. Bring Echo in. Why not? Oh, well, I guess we're just checking buttons.
Doing a little button
You can never tell with Teemo.
Right? He's just throwing things out. Just doing it. Why not? The Darius. Oh, that's right. It is the Darius Teemo for the Vandal City Bombers.
Oh, right.
I totally forgot.
That's true.
Goldfish memory.
Yeah, I get it. It happens. But it looks like we are going to be going to the Bridge of Progress here. No Noxus stage on deck. Let's see how this one plays out. Should be a fun one.
Show 'em how it's done.
Good. Now, it is going to be the real deal this time. And right away, set up the Teemo and set up everything.
Yeah, Super Tag is going to come through, and a bit of damage. Oh, how did he have time to block after that Air S1? That is crazy. No conversion afterwards, but that is a great start for Vandal City Bombers here.
Heads up. Oh, man, just more options here. Limit Strike, I kind of like that. The Dart setup to quickly get the Dart badge right away. The quick autos is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, exactly right. Let's see how they play this one out. Just going Headless Super, that is going to trade, but connect. So lead onto the Echo, I believe, when he comes back in. Yeah, that is going to be in effect here.
Through and through now. Dang.
The health bar is just diminishing more and more.
No punish, but does crack the noggin with the assist on deck. This Darius is eating a ton of damage, and now it's all up to Teemo.
What can the little Yordle do against Mr. Timewinder? The slingshot will buy a little bit of space there, gets a nice interrupt.
It's good though. Oh my. Ready for it. Down we go. Another limit strike situation. Yep. Set it up. Burrito option select. How you gonna roll it?
Oh, we're just rewinding multiple times into the Chrono Break, gonna force the Fury out, and that's gonna be on the table for both sides to avoid getting that huge chip out sequence and regen some Great Health as well for this Echo.
Now, it is more Teemo action. We love to see it. More shrooms and more slingshots. That full screen action. And here comes the Bomber, the big stealth man himself. Now, no more Fury, either for both of them. Oh, and it's another one. Great situation here for this Echo, and it could just kill the little man, and it does.
Yeah, great timings with those normals to get that interrupt and maintain that pressure, cleaning up that first round.
Right away. I mean, we see it. We've seen it a couple times here. Right away, using the super from the Teemo, and does get a good connection to Campfire. Maybe able to roast a couple of marshmallows on it too.
Might as well. He's got the whole camping kit on deck. Add it to the repertoire. Why not?
A scout is always ready, and the Dart badge is on lockdown here for this Teemo.
Yeah, so far so good. We'll see. The parachute mix is going to come through. Pizza Cutter on the way down, going to open up that Darius. No full combo afterwards, so that is a dropped opportunity. See if that comes back to bite them here. Echo air hops over, no cross-up button, so that's just going to full on with.
Good block, ready for the overhead, and the time blinder is going to connect too. Nice 2M to continue that combo, and that is going to kill. The Darius is going to fall this time in a quick fall for the hero of Noxus.
Yeah, exactly right. Cleaning up that health bar, trying to get this second straight round here to go up 1-0 in the set. Let's see what the Bombers have to say about it. Here comes the mix. Gonna force the Fury, so you gotta respect this Teemo a little more now. Or you just let it rip with the 2H. And this is a great way to kill time and add some damage, but with the drop, kind of gives Teemo another chance.
You're right, and now playing that zone style game is the Teemo. You know, and that's the thing, right? Teemo isn't really, you know, super zoner style. He just throws things out. He covers so much of the screen with all of his shenanigans. But I wouldn't really consider him a like full zoner, like a Jinx, right?
Yeah, I think his archetype in the game is technically a trap character on the backside of things, so definitely makes sense. He loves to get that strong Oki situation, whether it be with the burning bush or just placing shrooms on deck, and makes you really respect those on wake up.
And now, that is here from the side of the Echo Teemo, taking game number 1 versus the Vandal City Bombers. Let's see if they get them adaptations through and through.
Right now, it's just a single brain cell being shared between these two. Just slingshotting back and forth, chucking shrooms here and there. Sprinkling an assist, why not? Now it's Echo's time to come in. He gets a hit, but it's only on the assist character, so not able to full convert there.
Nice. Oh, and it does connect on the Darius. And where in the world is that Echo going?
Yeah, that Chrono Break in the air ends up pointing towards the point character, so it can start going one way, and you can rewind and end up going the other. You just got to keep that in mind when you let that rip.
Oh, no. It is going to connect onto the Echo. Bleed, and you are headless. Another double down situation. Echo is going to get caught, and more hemorrhage to boot.
Yeah, that was a lot of value there. One, it made the Darius super safe by canceling into that double down, and you just got that extra damage on the assist character, so really good stuff there.
You saw the overhead there from the Echo, and Darius not reacting to it, unfortunately, and now you're on fire, because this Teemo is just shooting some fire-covered rocks that definitely bounce, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's just dishing out all that hot stuff, and is really, really helpful. You get the added hit stun as well if you have the badge on deck, so one of the more valuable badges, I think. I still think Shroom is probably number 1, but I'd probably Slingshot right after.
Yeah, no, the Slingshot is definitely of the stronger variety. Big Shroom, OTG. I actually really like that route where he does the Slingshot, throws out the Shroom, and the Shroom does OTG, picks them back up. It gives me visions of how Teemo does play back on Summoner's Rift.
Exactly.
Being able to, you know, throw his Q and auto throw a Shroom, auto throw another Shroom, bounce it off the other one. He really still keeps that identity that he has in Summoner's Rift, while being his kind of own self into XKO.
Yeah, they really translated the feeling and how you envision, what you feel when you think of this character over to the game, while also making you feel really complete and fun to play. So fantastic job to Marlon Pie and everybody on that champion pod that brought him together.
Wow, I mean, really big shout outs to those guys for making this character do what he does and does what he does best. And that's be just a little bit of a devilish character each time we see him on screen.
Yeah, that guy's a little demon for sure. There's a reason they gave him the little devil costume in League. I imagine that's just inevitable to see that in this game as well. It's just so good. He's just built for the meme potential for sure.
Has all of the memes, and he is part of the dream team. It is going to bounce the mechanics of the Shrooms as it just continues to, and they play a zone away from each other. More just finding a way, and that's the thing, comes down to timing, and here comes the Darius Headless.
Yeah, good pick up on the handshake there. It was a scrambly situation, so just being ready to swing when it is your time to come in was huge from the Darius.
It is, in his time, it is my time. Here comes this Echo, and oh no, dash up, runs and just hits 5M, and it already does, bringing out the Darius, might potentially tag him in, and it does.
Yeah, with this bleed on deck too, you're going to continue to chip out the opponent. Timo still had bleed after the handshake tag, so going to have to land a hit if he wants to get rid of that debuff.
Double My Time tries to use the DP, quote, right? But unfortunately does not work now, and this Timo is all that's left here between the Echo and Timo on the other side.
That's exactly right. Now it's just going to be up to the Timo. See if you can secure this round. There's low health on both of the other characters. Does that work? That does? Okay, so I don't know if that really stopped where the Time Miner was or just was a projectile clash, but either way, good choice there.
Yeah.
From the Echo, and evened up 1 round apiece here. Back on set point.
You're right, and I definitely like that as well. You know, back into it is that point. It seemed as though that this Echo and Timo kind of have a upper hand, and especially when it comes to the movement of these characters, right? Echo just a little bit faster than the Darius, but when it comes to the damage output, I think Darius is definitely more of a the juggernaut that takes that.
Yeah, it drops so much damage with so few hits. Obviously, plays around that bleed, debuff a ton. Very valuable for him. You see here that super tried to come through, but the slingshot is going to interrupt, so not able to fully connect on that one.
Now, back to the Timo and the Shrooms and the Fireballs. You know, it really reminds me of the early days of like Street Fighter 2, where it's just a bunch of Ryus and Kens throwing fireballs back and forth at each other. And all right, what kind of way do I want to play? Do I want to zone? Do I want to go in? And what is the rhythm? As we do see from the side of on the right side that they do have the mushroom back ready on lock.
Yeah, it's going to be huge there. You see the DOT applying. And with the Super 1, that's going to be enough to wipe out the Darius. And after losing the first round, SSJ is coming back here and looking to wrap up this set potentially in a 2-0 fashion.
Right. Oh, man. Oh, I can't believe the slingshot connects, and Ultra Beast Ego is going to take it 2-0 over the Bandle City Bombers as they continue and make their way into this top 8.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Just a lot of composure there. Like I said, they dropped that first round, and then getting the 2 afterwards just shows the mental resilience you got to have to make it this deep in the bracket and secure your spot into the top 8 later tonight. And now I believe there's just going to be 2 matches left and 2 slots remain for that top 8 on the loser side. Who is going to claim it? Who is going to try to take down Diaphone and K7 and stop them from running back-to-back on these 2X brackets?
Dude, if they win the double-double Toilet Trouble, I'll be impressed. I mean, there's a lot of great competition here, and if they find their way up into the top echelon here in this first Impact event, color me impressed.
Yeah, I'd be right there with you. It's definitely something to be proud of. I think getting the win on Mix, I'm not sure. Actually, we'll have to see and ask them later on what they think is more challenging. I would guess Mix would seem more challenging up front just because you'll have people who have been grinding solo more reliably since the game has dropped. But either way, there's 48 teams, I believe, in the duo bracket, so basically 100 players. And to be able to go back-to-back and get the 2X gold medal, if they're able to do it, is going to be a huge accomplishment.
Right, and now as we get our other teams ready to go here up on to the next set, it is going to be a wild one. Echoes of Zon and the Prince of Hippos. I actually really like that team. I'm hoping maybe a Warwick finally. Keyword is hopefully.
Hopefully. There is hope. We will see. They could bait us with these names. We've been baited once before, so we will see what the situation is here. One of the gamers has got up. They're asking some questions, so I have to figure some stuff out with the controls.
Should be figuring it out here relatively soon. I do remember from the Prince of Hippos, they are running the Ari Vi. You know, you've been grinding this game a ton. You recently hit Grandmaster with your duo partner. What are your thoughts about the Ari Vi team combination?
It's a team comp you don't see a ton, really. I don't know how much they inherently synergize together because you have Ari being so airborne, Vi being so grounded. I guess they can kind of cover each other's bases there. But Ari's just so good on her own. I feel like you can make it work with any other character. And Vi also tends to generally be really good. What's the word I'm looking for? Like combo glue really helps enable a lot of characters for really long extensions.
You know, and I actually kind of really like that analogy, kind of how they glue and they kind of mesh together as one. And that's one thing that a lot of characters in this game kind of enable in a way. I like to call them those characters like enablers. For example, Blitzcrank is one of those where, you know, as a solo character, isn't really the best, doesn't have a lot of tools for himself. Yeah, he's got the SPD, he's got the armor and Steam to his name. But, like, let's be so real. Rocket Grab as an assist does so much for his teammate, for the point character, that I would argue that, you know, depending on who you ask, like, Rocket Grab assist just snatches you, puts you right in front of him, and you're like, oh, snap, now I gotta guess.
Yeah, it's definitely something I imagine a lot of Blitz players will continue to optimize as time goes on, because you got to be able to adapt on the fly, recognize when it's the right time to go for it, do it late in combos, maximize your damage, and go for those reset situations. And being a Teemo Blitz player myself, I see a lot of potential there with setting up that instant overhead by bringing people point blank. So, yeah, definitely a very strong tool.
You're right, and you know, as you've been enjoying the Blitzcrank and the Teemo, you know, with this game being so early and not even in Season 1 quite yet, do you think we'll see some potential changes going into Season 1 that you might be excited about?
That's such a good question, because, I mean, we have the big patch coming up in just a couple of days, so I almost feel like we need to see what is entailed in that one before assessing on Season 1. If there's anything major with Season 1, I think the most hopeful thing would be potentially our first new fuse. We haven't seen anything on that front, so I could see something like that coming through, and obviously we'll get a new champion, new stage, and all that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, just hopefully we get another great addition to the roster, and if they have some surprises for us, that'll go a long way.
I mean, that would be insane. I mean, you look at the character select screen, there's just that one slot right there that just feels so empty, you know, and I'm hoping that they fill it with someone or a character that will make everybody excited and give the chance to play, because, like, I'm going to be so honest. On a very face level, this game is relatively easy. You know, you can start out by doing the rainbow combo, light, medium, heavy jump, light, medium, heavy, special one, super, da-da-da-da-da. But it gives those players that access, that intro to, oh, I've never really played a fighting game before, but now you are here at the Midwest Mixfest 2025, and you are a losers top 8 qualifier, Prince of Hippos versus Echoes of Zon.
Yeah, let's see who takes it. Echoes of Zon, no Warwick like you were hoping for, but Jinx does come through to represent the Zon region. And it should be fun to see how they bring this team comp together.
Right, gold goes use of the low and gonna send this Vi up high in the sky. You know, Jinx is such an interesting style of character too, with not only how she zones, but how she's able to maneuver all of her like traps and tools all over the place.
Yeah, she really feels the screen in unique ways, and her projectile patterns are something you don't see in a lot of other games. So getting to find the way to thread the needle between all those is going to be the name of the game if you're going to want to punish her.
Right now, here we go. This Vi is on deck. Electrics are here, and Vi will be paying for that electricity bill later on.
That's exactly right. And now you confirm after the zap comes through. Not able to get the full conversion. That should be a pretty reliable combo, but Super Tag, or Super Siswather will connect for a little bit of happy birthday damage. And Vi has some potential here to bring this comeback. Just gonna have to find this opening ASAP.
Oh, tries to go for the command grab, and that's really unfortunate. This Yasuo gonna connect. Echoes of Zon, does not matter if we have an Ionian on this team. It's really putting them together.
Yeah, cleaning that up. Had 3 meters on both characters on deck, but just was able to win with a lot of meterless routes there. Very scrappy round to start off here.
Wave dash, retreating guard, has those moments, and now hits the 2H, anti-air to boot, and it is the Yasuo movie. Limit strike all the way to the corner. That's up empty low as he drops the combo.
That is unfortunate. You don't want to drop those, but the chip is going to come through. Thankfully, with the wind wall into Hasagi. So much damage to deal with on chip even as well. Nice interrupt on the dash through from the Ari, but no conversion.
No conversion here. And now, just back into this neutral. The Jinx is just going to fire away. Does hit the zap. Oh, no way.
And so Scrambly here, Fury is active for the Ahri, trying to find a way to get this one touch and really change things around, but unfortunately not able to do it. The zap connects. Yasuo comes through and has plenty of meter to dump as well. It's going to be game one, going to the way the Echoes of Zon. Great stuff.
Beautiful execution here between these guys. It is going to be the level 3 to clean up, and a 69 every time for these guys. It's game one. The breadstick is there, and hopefully Prince of Hippos, we see a little bit of adaptation from their side. They're thinking about it, they're talking it over, a little bit of team communication. That's what I like to see from these 2v2s.
Yeah, for sure. It's funny, I was talking to K7 and Zyphone before and asking kind of what changed for them after their early upset in the other bracket, and they said actually they thought they were communicating too much during the match. So they were toning down the communication and just trying to go off instinct, and it seemed to pay off for them. So there's definitely a time and a place, and we'll see how much that discussion leads to some potential success for the Hippos here.
Alrighty, you know, I like that. You know, letting your instincts come through, and that's really what fighting games can be about, right? Is having that instinctual readiness to put yourself in a situation where, hey, oh, you gotta react, you gotta be available and be ready for any part of the situation.
Yeah, the game is so fast-paced, and as you can tell, just blocking that burst, you gotta be ready on the fly to convert, and if you're not, it's a huge opportunity you're leaving on the table.
And I mean, we saw it there, they blocked the break, it's the break punish, and that's actually kind of unfortunate there from the Prince of Hippos, losing that break chance and still eating a ton of damage, and this might just drop, which is so unfortunate.
Yeah, I thought that was a cheeky choice to go for raising the minigun to point more upwards and everything, kind of be able to get an extension, but they were not able to convert in that situation. Either way, right afterwards, with it killing the Vi, in a good spot here with a big health advantage.
You're right, and now stuck full screen up against the Jinx here, Nitten. It's tough. You do have Zero Fury. You do got a little bit of meter to work with, but it is such a hard battle going up against a zoner like that.
It really is. I mean, what is this Ahri going to do with such low health? It is a tough challenge ahead. Happy Birthday will help. It's not quite going to be enough just yet. You still have to get through this break, 2 whole health bars.
Nice.
Yeah, not going to happen.
I mean, it's so tough, man. I mean, thinking about it, you're up against the Jinx, and she's just throwing stuff at you, and you got like maybe less than 10% HP left. It is a do or die. You risk it for the biscuit, and sometimes your biscuit gets burnt.
Exactly. That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. And now 3 straight rounds in. Echoes of Zon looking to wrap this up and secure their top 8 spot. It's going to be up to Hippos to see if they can get this download in. Tries to catch up a jump there with that stance 2H. Not quite going to do it here.
Almost.
Just using that Jinx rocket, buy some time in neutral here. See if you can get Vi to do anything a little bit risky. And another drop extension there, but gonna be able to get the counter this time from Vi. Good stuff. Good reversal of fortune.
Huge, and now, oh no, get the uncheck, and does that not work? That's unfortunate there for the side of Prince of Hippos, and now both breaks out of the table, but there's a ton of meter for both of these teams right now.
Yeah, a lot of meter to play with, and that break was really clutch there to maintain the corner. Fortunately, things are going to swap back up here as Hard just gets across up to the other side. And we're just chucking out these rockets, seeing what will convert. A little bit of a hit after with Yasuo, but no full combo.
Oh wow, what a block off the overhead, and that is going to, get up attack!
That's so unfortunate. They think they wanted the down S2, not the down H. But either way, Yasuo is now off the table. It's a battle of the sisters.
A little bit of arcane for you guys at home. The electric overhead, it does connect. Oh no, it drops, which is so unfortunate. This Ahri. Oh, no way!
Mashes the lights and finds the gap. Great stuff for Echoes of Zon to clutch up and secure that game. They've got to be feeling good, and they got plenty of time here to prep for the next match coming up.
You're right.
Top 8, yeah.
Top 8 happening in the next couple hours, right? You'll be there. You'll be showing stuff up. And we got one more match to qualify.
Yes, sir. This is going to be Rodriguez and Kyrie going up against someone that I don't remember the name right now. It is going to be Nutty Nightbringer, and I think it's like Timewinder Tinny or something. It's Timewinder something. I forget the name. Yeah, this should be a fun one. Rodriguez and Kyrie out of Iowa coming through, and Timewinder Tesk is going to be the other gamer on the other side of things. So We will see who is locked and loaded. It's been quite a journey to get here, I'm sure, for these gamers across these 2 days, and it all comes down to this.
It does. I mean, this is the final match here of the top 16 to make their way into this top 8, you know, and I believe it is Timewinder, Tesk, and I can't remember the other one.
Oh, let me double check. I just had that.
They're from the Fargo FGC, which is the up in North Dakota. They make their way down here, show off a little bit of Sajam, and shout out to Sajam, by the way.
Yeah,
also
for sure.
for everything that he does for this game. And shout out to you as well for everything that you do for this game and promoting it and putting yourself out there and kind of being one of the names and the faces of this game out there and a voice of positivity through all of the wackiness.
I don't know how much I can co-sign on that, but definitely I do feel very positive about the game, and I'd love to do what I can to help elevate it to the best of my ability. I mean, it's just a sick game, and I wasn't doing this for any other fighting game, you know what I mean? So they sold me hard, and I'm ready to go all in for it. So it has been a nice reciprocal relationship. I've been putting the grind in and been very rewarding experience. Being able to do 3 First Impact events across North America so far has been a fantastic experience, and having sick matches all across the board helps a ton. And I mean, man, it's just getting better and better. I mean, every bracket I've done, it just gets elevated each time. And I couldn't have asked for a better weekend here of 2 XKO matches. So it's been a fun time.
Right. I mean, up here in Minnesota and up in the northern parts of the Midwest, you know, with everything that's been happening throughout this weekend, man, do you have a favorite moment, favorite thing? Sunday is the closing day.
I mean, we did have a double perfect today in top 8 on mixed side. So that was a pretty sick highlight. Obviously, K7 and Diphone making that full run back on the losers run was really sick. And man, who knows? I mean, there's still plenty of moments to be had here. So the favorite could be coming up. And it looks like we are going right into it. No button check here. And nice opening for Rodriguez.
No need for one. And now, yeah, you're right. Rodriguez and Kyrie with a great start to everything. Nutty and Timewinder have to fight now from an uphill battle as a huge zap zaps them both. That's a ton of damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That super doesn't do a ton on its own, but when you can hit both characters with it, the value goes up so much more.
I mean, this Jinx definitely has this Infinity's edge over this team, but wow, what a break, and now they're stuck in the corner.
Yeah, this is tough. You gotta try to buy some time for your teammate, the Echo, to generate some gray health. There's a lot to be recovered, but that means you gotta buy a lot of time because Yasuo is so low. Yeah, just gonna bring you Echo in, try to help out a little bit. Tough spot to be in. It's really damned if you do, damned if you don't, and that's just so much gray health off the table now.
And now what an incredible side. Up into the front, and that is going to be the knockout. Rodriguez and Kyrie out of Iowa. What a, you know, there's a lot of corn out there, and I think the fields may have inspired them, you know, having some sweet corn later on today.
Yeah, for sure. They want to check out that prize pool money, check out and buy out all the corn they need. But we'll see how this pans out. You got to take this set, and that's just going to be one step of many along that journey, so we'll see. Definitely a great start for them. A clean first round and a nice advantage in the second one.
Right now, oh my gosh, I thought I saw the hit, the clean, great block, but no, you do get caught within the sandwich with a little bit of extra sauce in the middle. It's got that meat, it's got that potatoes, and you know, maybe a little bit of chips to get that combo in check.
The double-decker sandwich coming through. Lots of damage on deck there. And man, just feeling out this neutral. Echo trying to find a way in. Gets clipped by the overhead. No counter hit, luckily, so not going to get followed up afterwards. And now with his own assist handshake, is going to make that head overhead work. It's just going to be up to the Jinx here. Let's see what they got.
Right, try to do a little bit of that rocket jump action. But no goes for the slide, and you're just gonna rock the pow-pow into the fishbones. Rocket goes up, fireworks galore, just like the Aurora that we had here a couple nights ago.
Yeah, true. Good awareness there. Recognizing Zap wasn't on deck. That's normally the follow-up you're gonna get if you're not point blank. So going for the upward minigun into Firecracker Super is a great way to get that damage out on deck. And now the Jinx is just gonna clean this right up, right back to it. Minigun, shoot it up. Firecracker Super, no need to pop that Fury at any point. Game 1 in the bag.
Nutty and Timewinder kind of lost a little bit. Maybe they need a map coming into game number 2. But they said, who needs a map? Really, when you're this deep into the bracket, you know which direction you want to go. Now they're kind of talking about it, thinking about a little bit of team play action from Kyrie and Rodriguez. They're just waiting. They know what they want, and the execution just has to be there.
Yeah, exactly. So far, it's been a tough start to this set, but all you have to do is regain just a little bit of composure, lock in with the duo, play your game, and that can go a long way.
Great block off the overhead. Send him up, bring him down, a little bit of flip on this pancake, and yo, it is perfectly golden brown on that side.
Yeah, break is going to come online right at the end, so not really the time to use it. Going to hold on to it for the next interaction, which is immediate. And now this is an opportunity for Jinx to come in, handshake off of that burst. Just getting clipped right back again.
Boom, boom.
Imagine we set up Burrito. Oh, okay, tag launcher works as well, so Yasuo does love to convert off that. And now with just a level 1, Jinx is going to be high up in the sky. Yas trying to find a way to get that punish.
No punish available. Wind wall does go out, and the Hazuki is ready. I mean, with the empowered versions of the wind wall. Oh no! I mean, you saw the screen lock, and it was kind of interesting how the screen did lock, and it kind of kept him there in that situation, stuck behind the wind wall. But no, you got that time winder, gonna chase him up there. Up we go with this Echo tag launcher down. Super.
Yes. Damn. Use the last of that meter. Secure the kill, makes a ton of sense, and you're at a huge advantage here in this first round. I'm sure the goal for Nutty and Time Winder is just clean this up without having to use breaks so you can continue that advantage going on to the second round.
You're right, and you know, he did say that he did warn you now, but shoot him if you got him. As we go up on this diagonal measure, setting up more monkeys, setting up more rockets and fish bones. Wow.
Yeah, Clappy loves to just bounce up against that wind wall. It can actually be really beneficial because it keeps the hitbox active even longer. So Yasuo kind of has to respect that spacing.
I don't really know if I agree with that break there, Nitten. That's actually a little bit of a wasted resources. Now it comes down to the Jinx Echo, and it seems as though they could have got a conversion. Fury is available from the side of Rodriguez and Kyrie.
Yeah, time is going to be a factor here as well, so going to have to consider using that Fury. I mean, after that throw, I imagine you don't. Maybe if you get the hit, then you can go for it for an extension, but 5 seconds left. I mean, it really just comes down to a single hit. Yeah, there's nothing you can do there. And didn't have enough meter to go for an ult as well, which could have been enough damage to change the tide, but without that meter, not going to have access to it.
Wow. I mean, I think that's the first timeout we've seen all weekend. And sometimes you got to just run the clock out. And honestly, I'm okay with that. When there's $5,000 online, you know, I'll do anything. I'll play like a scumbag.
Yeah, 100%. It never felt like they were intentionally just going for the timeout the whole time. It just that sometimes these rounds get to the point, timer gets slow, and it becomes a viable route to go for. It pays off there for this duo.
You know, and I think a little bit of respect from that. You know, you go down, you're playing all the way throughout the round, and maybe 5 seconds left. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll run away, maybe just a little bit, which is great, and it's a super viable option. Tag launcher, through to the Jinx, heavy on the way down, set up the Chompies, and damn, opens them up again.
That was unfortunate. The Chomper hit first, so the overhead ended up causing a different ground reaction and wasn't able to convert afterwards.
Super true, and now stuck in the corner. This poor Echo potentially might be putting themselves on to set point for Rodriguez and Kyrie.
Yeah, that was a very clean second round after the first one being a bit more back and forth. Now we have equal resources across the board here. Let's see who gets this first big opening, force the break. There it is. Off the table for Rodriguez and Kyrie, gonna handshake tag right after.
You're right, and wow, what a 2 ways to clean up that situation. Says, I don't want to deal with all of it. Tag launcher, Yasuo, quick with it.
And block on the get up attack, but no punish is unfortunate. You've got to take advantage of that situation, especially you call it out. You think you'd be ready for it.
No, not this time. Ready for the break. Immediately not letting that situation happen.
Yeah, in this final round situation, you don't want to fall behind it at all if you can help it. And just like that, Rodriguez and Kyrie are looking at a bit of an uphill battle here. Let's see if the burrito's on deck. There is a weird variation of it, not quite the burrito, but it's all you need. Now, a sick advantage here for Nutty and Time Winder. Looking to even the series up here. What does the Jinx have to say about it?
It might be rolled a little bit differently there, Nitten, but it all goes down the same way. And incredible work here from Nutty and Time Winder. Ready for it, as they do have the character lead and life lead as well, with a lot of meter on their side.
Yeah, a lot of meter to work with here and getting the conversion afterwards. I don't think there's going to be a level 3 here, but we can spend the level 1. And now you're in a great spot to continue on this pressure. I mean, Jinx will get some meter and Fury here, but with such low health, it's not going to matter. Just a quick conversion from the Echo. Now we're all even up. There's a single game remaining before we hit top 8. Who is going to come out on top here? Felt pretty decisive after the first game, and now after that back and forth, Nutty and Time Rider could have the momentum.
You're right, and it's the joy of it here. It comes down to this. The nerves are at their peak. Who wants that top 8 spot more? Let's see it.
That's how it works. If you want it more, you will win, and right away, seeing Rodriguez and Kyrie, nice recognition of the forward roll there. Able to convert. One of those valuable tools, if your character can solo convert off a throw, is going to carry you a long way in this game.
What was Echo doing all the way up there?
He's thinking about his life choices. How did I end up here? And what am I going to do to turn things around? Because right now, it's going to just be the process of handing over to Yasuo to hope he can bring things back into control. But unfortunately, the break is going to come at a horrible time. Rocket is going to kill the Echo on the way down, and it didn't even end up breaking a combo. It's an unfortunate use of the resource.
You're right, and now, oh no, it is going to be Rodriguez and Kyrie. Now, with just one round remaining potentially, Rodriguez and Kyrie look to solidify their way to this top 8 into Minnesota FGC glory, or are Nutty and Timewinder gonna fight for their victory to party?
That was cheeky, was going for that clappy setup before where you enhance it and then go for the hammer hit on it, but instead cancels one of those hits into the super, so caught Yasuo slacking, got a little extra damage here to start off the round.
Good, good, and oh no, this Yasuo gonna eat a lot of damage, and it is unfortunately gonna drop though. And yeah, big wood punish, incredible here from the Yasuo.
Yeah, good recognition of the spacing because the Firecracker super is in the corner. Knew he could outrun where that projectile was going to come through. And that's just going to be a huge turnaround here. Health looking basically even across both teams. Forward throw is going to be just enough with that S2 afterwards. Letty and Timewinder trying to bring us to a final game, final round situation. Let's see, does Kyrie or Rodriguez have what it takes to wrap it up here?
They have to have something. All right, down to the Echoes we go.
It is truly our time right now. One round to go for Rodriguez and Kyrie. And it looks like Nutty and Timewinder are about to even this up. There's a lot of meter on deck here. Level 1 is going to be just not barely enough.
Going to use the last stand super here. The Jinx. All it takes is one hit, one little interaction, maybe even a fireball. Can Rodriguez and Kyrie take it? But no, it is final game. Final round for your top 8 qualifier.
It all comes down to this. The final round of this block. And who is come out on top? Who is locked and loaded? Who wants it more, like you said? And that air hop is just going to be into nothing. So Yasuo decides to call it out, and that's a huge payoff for it.
It is. Damn. Look at the damage, though. I mean, it's such an unfortunate thing for Rodriguez and Kyrie that they have now downed on this Echo, potentially all up to this Jinx right now.
Yeah, I don't think this quite kills, but you have to find a way to get back out into neutral, and the handshake tag is going to be enough to get the 2H in time. It's going to be just up to the Jinx here with some super assist behind her.
Oh, no way. No way, dude. Nutty and Timewinder are just next level right now.
Landed a falling button, but had to get a reset. Got the next interaction and forced the break. But now with all this meter on deck, this should be close to enough. Not quite. There is hope here for this Jinx. Can she actually bring this back? Got to buy a little bit of time for this Fury, but the overhead comes through. Nutty and Timewinder are going to wrap this up and claim the last spot in top 8 of this duo bracket. First impact event for 2xKO. Now they have another shot in a couple hours to go towards that $5,000 prize pool.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible to see that. But now that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe wraps up this top 16 here in Denton. What an incredible showing we got to see from everybody here going into this qualifier and fighting tooth and nail.
Yeah, we had a lot of final games there. It's definitely a lot of back and forths here. I imagine in the top 8, we're going to continue to see a lot of that. Probably not many stomps, unless maybe you're going against K7 and Diphone that have had a full day and a half to warm up at this point.
Yep.
But you got a couple hours to prep, go grab some food, and if those at home, you get to check out some other sick matches across these other fighting games we're going to be running here today. I'm not sure what the next block is here, but maybe Street Fighter? I think it might be Street Fighter, actually.
Yeah, I think so.